Hey there, y'all. Disney D Prince here today with another tutorial for improving your live action Little Mermaid dolls. So, as you can see, we have the live action Ariel and the live action Vanessa, both by Mattel. Check out those reviews. This is the doll from the Prince Eric 2-pack, and of course Vanessa comes on her own. Now we are going to put both of these dolls onto Made to Move bodies. Now both of them have pretty good color matches. The first one for Ariel being this Barbie Looks Petite. There's also the Yara Shahidi doll, which is a pretty good color match, but she's a little bit harder to come by. This is still pretty readily available right now. It is like a $22 doll if you want to body swap it, but I get these kind of in bulk whenever they come out. And then there's also, for our Vanessa doll, because she is pale, we have this Looks Andra. Now she is from Barbie Series 2, or Barbie Looks Series 2. She's a little bit harder to come by now, but the new Barbie Made to Move tennis player is also a pretty good match. It's a little bit paler, but it's a little bit easier to find. Or there's also the purple top Made to Move, which is a little bit darker than Vanessa's skin tone, but most of her is covered by dress, so it's not a huge deal unless you just want to take the face and use it in your collection and not have it stay in the character. But for these, we are going to try to articulate them fully Made to Move. Now, I may actually put both of them onto Disney Store bodies eventually, because the majority of my live action Disney collection is done on like classic doll bodies, classic Disney Store bodies, because they have basic articulation, which is really enough for my Disney collection, I think. But they're both really cute, so I thought I'd do a video because I had some people ask about specifically putting these onto Made to Move bodies. So let's start with Ariel. First thing we're going to do, we're going to take off all of her stuff. Her shoes, like their feet are actually a little bit bigger than, or a little bit bigger than standard Barbie feet, which is a little bizarre. I didn't anticipate Mattel doing that to us. I really anticipated them kind of just having them be standard body. But not only is she does she have new feet, she has a new body that's actually shorter. So if you followed my channel, you know I rebody dolls a lot, and you can do a lot with these dolls without really having to boil them. But my motto is, if it's soft enough to squeeze already, like this, if you're already getting that much movement, you don't really need to boil wash the head, but you just push down firmly to try to widen that hole to where she's about right there. And you want to just give a nice yank up, trying to keep your doll from coming out around this and pulling this whole peg out with you. You might see some stress on the neck. It happens. But that came off really easily for us. And here we have our very pretty Ariel head. I love the way Mattel did theirs. And we have an extra body. We're going to set that off to the side. Now, in the original review, we already determined this is the best color match. She's here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this doll ready. We're going to take off her shoes and take off her dress. It's a very cute dress. And then they like to protect the joints on these dolls sometimes, I've noticed. So we take them off. Now we've got our doll ready to rebody. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to double check that her head is squeezable. Sometimes these looks have a little bit harder heads, but it's okay. And we just want to kind of get her down to that way. And then we want to just kind of get her off like this. And she actually has a shorter neck peg, so we have to be a little more careful because there's not as much room to play with those. But then we just do the same thing. We just pop it on, and bada bing, bada boom. She's rebodied. And then we just pop her on here. Again, there may be better color options for the skin tone matches, but the majority, I'm not really worried about that in this doll because the majority of her body is covered up by her dress, which is a good thing and a bad thing. So I'm not super pressed about a perfect color match. She's probably a perfect color match to Yara Shahidi. A lot of the celebrity dolls are a better match to her than they are to any other dolls that have been released recently. But this is a petite doll, so it's going to be the closest in height that we have to our original body. But there she is. And then we just put her shoes right back on her. They're not perfect fits, but they don't, like, fall off. So we've got her there. And now she is fully made to move. And we don't have to worry about her not being posable. And it was a quick, like, 4 minutes. And we could take this and put this on her body, but I like to save these for my project dolls. So let's take a look at Vanessa. So Vanessa has these really pretty heels, but again, because she has new style feet, like Ariel, to where they're bigger and they're a new mold compared to Barbie feet, you do have to kind of like scrap these shoes pretty much. They'll fit on a tall or a curvy most likely, but they won't really fit on our original doll that we're going to use, because what we want to do is try and keep the doll around the same size, because as you can see, they are the same body. So they're both pretty short. And what we want to do is we want to take our Vanessa doll, again, nice and soft head, get it down there to where she has no neck pretty much, and take her off nice and gentle like. Again, you can do a very easy like body swap without boiling. And a lot of people swear by the boil method when it comes to taking the heads off. I'm not really one of those unless it's a hard head doll. We're going to take this rubber band because we need it to secure her necklace so she can have Ariel's voice. I had some of these heels just in my collection already that I figured were close enough to her original shoes that they would work. I want to show you guys what I mean by the fact that these shoes are bigger. Like, that's a really big gap at the back, and they don't really stay on. So you'd have to secure them, like, compared to this. Like, same style of shoe, but the correct size. So we're going to keep those with her, and we're going to take our outfit off of this doll. As you can see, she's got a very nice original body and a pretty close shade. People really love to say this is the same shade as Victoria. It's not. I've done extended research on the fact. And we've got our head off. And now we're actually going to go like this. We're going to put the necklace part on first. Just because I think that'll be easier in the grand scheme of things. And we just put it on like that. a nice simple loop. And then we pop our Vanessa head back on there. And we're going to try to put her in her outfit. Now her outfit's going to wind up being a little bit shorter on this body just because we don't have a petite made to move in this color yet. Actually, we do. I lie. We do have one, but unfortunately, it is probably the most valuable made to move Barbie that we currently have on the open market, and that is the Queen Elizabeth Barbie, or Queen Elizabeth II, I should say. That was made for her Diamond Jubilee. So, or Platinum Jubilee. Yeah, it was Platinum, I think. Whichever one that was right before she died. But the doll is actually really valuable right now. Like, I've seen them sell for over $800. And the doll itself was like, I think like $80 when it was released. Which was pretty pricey. Even for a signature doll. But there we go. Okay. So that's how the dress looks on there. And we actually do get more of a glimpse of her shoes, like we get with Ariel. And she's on a nice made-to-move body now. And she is ready to steal Prince Eric's heart. And it's a nice, quick, and easy thing if you want to. You could also put these on standard articulated bodies if you have extra lying around. But for these, I figured I would kill two birds with one stone and rebody them and let you guys know how to do it in the same one, because I don't know if I've ever actually done a full on-screen tutorial of swapping heads. So there you have it. It's really easy to do, but people get intimidated because they don't want to break the dolls. I'm just going to tell you, you're probably going to break a few dolls in your learning process. I've broken a ton of dolls. I still, to this day, break regular fashionista bodies on camera occasionally. So don't let the fear of failing keep you from trying. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed it, leave me a like. And as always, follow along for some more unboxings. Bye, y'all. Be good.